We might be able to see it wetting the mop pad. There'll be water dripping down on top of the mop pad. Okay, we're going to see how well the Dreame X50 has been mopping my kitchen floors. It's got the mop pads installed. I told it to start mopping the kitchen. Now, the first thing it did was it washed the mop pads and it filled the internal water tank up with water. Okay, so it starts mopping right away. Now, this is one of the quietest mops. It is extremely quiet when it's mopping. Now, you can have it vacuum and mop at the same time. I've got it just mopping. It can extend that mop pad when it's up against the wall and to get around furniture. There, it gets right up next to the wall. Now we've got a bunch of shoes over here. Its obstacle avoidance is really good. I don't even have a no-go zone here. I could put a no-go zone there, but it's going to identify those as shoes and stay away from them. And it can raise the mop pads when it senses carpet. It's got the mop pads raised right now. And it also turns the water off so it's not wetting the mop pad anymore. Also has an LED light that it can turn on, help it see in the dark, and also take pictures of the obstacles. We might be able to see it wetting the mop pad. There'll be water dripping down on top of the mop pad. Yeah, I think I can see it. And you'll hear a pump kick on once in a while. And there it is. It can lift its mop pads when it goes on a rug. And so here it is mopping in straight lines. And there's that water pump you'll hear kicking on once in a while, wetting the mop pads. It's super quiet. And here's the app where it shows you where it is in live time and where it's been mopping, you can see. And there earlier it identified those as shoes and it took a picture of the shoes right there. It identified that as a cable and took a picture. And there I am. And you can set the wetness level. I've got it on 22. You can go all the way up, I think, to 30 down to 1. But you can see it does start drying right away. Miss Fiona is taking a huge nap. Here it is going around the dog bowl, the dog watering, where she gets fresh water. And then if you want, like I have mine on a schedule where it mops our kitchen once a week. And so when I know it's going to mop, I could move these bar stools to the center of the room, and it's going to navigate. It'll update the map and navigate around them, and then it will mop where the bar stools are. And then I could push them back when I get home or after it's done mopping. So you can move furniture and it can adapt on the fly. Now that the perimeter of the room is done, it's going to go around and just do the center back and forth. Now, if it needs to lower that LiDAR navigation to get under something, it can lower that LiDAR navigation and get under furniture. There's that spinning LiDAR on top. There's the water pump you hear. There, I can see it wetting the mop pad. There, it raised the mop pad when it got around that rug. Okay, so when it's all done mopping your floor, it's going to come back to the base station and it's going to wash the mop pads with hot water. And then at the end of the job, it's going to dry them with hot air. So we'll empty the dirty water tank when this is all done.
Start cleaning mop pads.
Okay, it's finishing up here, then it's going to start drying the mop pad.
Task completed. Please empty the used water tank timely. Start dehydrating mop pads.
Okay, there's what the fan sounds like. It's very quiet, but it's blowing hot air onto the mop pads to dry them to prevent odor. Okay, let's go empty this dirty water tank. It's been cleaning my kitchen for about 2 times, maybe 3 times. I can feel the water is a little warm, so let's go empty it. All right, it's extremely dirty. Wow. It's been doing a good job cleaning my house. And I'm going to wash this out to help prevent odor. And it does help if you spray a little bit of Listerine mouthwash to prevent odor inside the dirty water tank. So after living with this for almost 3 months, I absolutely love it. It has really almost outshined the Saros 10R. That's more expensive. They're very close. You know, this one, I just felt like it was just doing a little bit better job. Now, this is my second unit. The first unit did have some navigation problems, which maybe it just needed an update, because this, shortly after I got the second unit, they did do an update and it did seem to do very well. I did have to map my house twice, but it has been working excellent now. It is the quietest vacuum and mop I've ever seen. I have it on a schedule where it just mops my house, which you saw in the video, how quiet it is. I like that feature. And even the vacuum part is super quiet. Now my very next video is, I'm gonna be cutting open the dust bag. We're gonna be washing the mop pads, washing the filters, doing all the 3 months maintenance on this. I'm gonna call it the 3 month real world test, which maybe that's what this video is, but that'll be tearing it all apart, doing all the maintenance on it. I pretty much neglected this thing for 3 months. I didn't do the filter. I didn't do the dust bag. We're going to see exactly, and it's been doing great. I have had to go find it just a couple times. It randomly gets stuck in a room or on a carpet. Nothing too serious. Most of the time it does make it back. And again, look at that. That's a limited time deal, but that's a really good price. Now, as far as that sensor going up and down, I mean, I find that my house doesn't use that as much, because that's a funky purple color, because I don't have a lot of areas where it needs to lower it and get underneath a lot of stuff. Typically mine doesn't lower very much at all. If it does, it's able to go underneath the bed, the couch, and different things. So that, I don't necessarily need it, that thin design. So let's go. I absolutely love this app. Haven't had any problems with it. Let's go to clean history. I've got 58 cycles, 3,151 minutes. And then, but these are all this was all because of me. So, but you can see when it was cleaning on his schedule, all these were cleaning complete, global cleaning. Ooh, there was a second cleaning. So this was the first cleaning, and you can see the dirt map. It found grime, and I had the front door open, so it found a new room. But if we go back, it did a second cleaning where that grime was. That's that dirt detect sensor. It actually works. Just super fun. I mean, I love this robot. Zone, global, it only keeps 30 days. But I've been absolutely loving it. In fact, I wish I would have put it on a more aggressive schedule. I guess I got a few more hours on the Saros 10R than I do the X50. I was really rough on this when this robot first came out. But man, I have changed my mind. I absolutely love it. Now, and again, I don't even use the robotic arms. I don't have if you had thresholds, this would be even, in my videos, I show you the threshold climbing capability, which I kind of forgot to mention, darn. In the review, I just don't have it in my house, I'm sorry. My other reviews I do. The climbing capabilities of this robot are absolutely out of this world. They're incredible. It is super high. I forget the exact amount, but it can do it. It's got robotic arms that it deploys and it kind of jumps over. Pretty cool. So again, I bought this with my own money. It wasn't paid for this video. This is my honest opinion. And if you see those first videos, you'll know why. Like, I was pretty rough on it. I was saying, nope, don't buy. It's not good. I'm sending mine back. It's got work. It's got bugs, which was all true. But I think they did work them out with an over-the-air update. And so I absolutely love it. This is my top tier robot. Be sure and check out. I will be reviewing it against the Saros 10R. I got another video on the Saros Z70. I've been using it extensively at my house. Is it all hype? Or does it actually pick up stuff? Well, it's maybe a little hype, but they can do over-the-air updates. So we'll see in the future. Again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. Had to bring these home. I've been spending a lot of time at the studio, and I tell people, I do the reviews at the studio. I'm kind of limited. I first get the thing, and I do cleanings with it, and I show it. But I really get to know these robots this is my house. It has carpet, it has hardwood floors. We have a dog. Our carpets are dirty. She sheds. This is just a real world test environment where I'm home. I'm using it. I even asked my wife, hey, which one do you like? And she's like, I like the quiet one. And I'm like, well, I do too. So we get to live in it. We're eating supper and it's vacuuming, cleaning. I can watch it a little bit. It's just fun bringing them home, living with them, and giving you my completely honest opinion. I can't tell you the PSI that it sucks up. I don't do the particle test in the floor. It picked up 30 crumbs compared to 29. Man, my house feels clean. The floors are clean. They're squeaky clean. When I empty that dirty water tank, it's dirty. I'm going to cut that dust bag is completely full. And I probably should have changed it a little bit sooner, but I really wanted to put it through a test. So it is actually working. I feel like our home is clean. We have not vacuumed. We have not brought the mop out in a very long time. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.